Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. We're going to explore comprehensive strategies for enhancing English vocabulary, focusing on techniques and tools that will help you build, understand, and use advanced vocabulary effectively. Whether you're looking to improve your communication skills or expand your language efficiency, this presentation will provide practical approaches to make your vocabulary stronger and more versatile. Let's dive in. To master vocabulary building, it's important to read widely across different genres and subjects. This exposes you to a variety of words used naturally in different contexts, helping you understand how they're applied. Another key step is to use a dictionary regularly. Looking up words not only clarifies their meanings, but also helps with pronunciation and correct usage, which is essential for effective communication. Practicing daily with new words solidifies your learning. Writing sentences or using vocabulary apps every day makes the new words stick and encourages you to use them actively. Finally, combining these approaches creates a powerful routine that ensures continuous and meaningful growth in your vocabulary over time. When we talk about root words, we're referring to the base parts of words that carry the core meaning. These roots are the foundation from which many English words are built. By understanding root words, you can often figure out the meaning of words you've never seen before because you can identify the familiar pieces within them. For instance, take the word biography. If you know that bio means life and graph means writing, you can put those together to understand that a biography is a written account of someone's life. This way of breaking down words helps you connect new vocabulary to meanings you already know, making it easier to understand and remember new terms. Essentially, knowing root words gives you a powerful key to unlock and decode unfamiliar words by linking them to something familiar. Let's talk about prefixes and suffixes, which are what we call meaning modifiers. First, these are little additions to root words that change either the meaning or the grammatical function. For example, a prefix is added to the beginning of a word. Take undash, it means not, so when you add it to happy, you get unhappy, meaning not happy. On the other hand, suffixes go at the end of words. For instance, full means full of, so joyful means full joy. Understanding these modifiers is really important because it helps us recognize different forms of words and grasp subtle differences in meaning. Knowing prefixes and suffixes lets you see how words like happy, unhappy, and happiness are connected, making it easier to expand your vocabulary and comprehend language more deeply. When you come across a word you don't know, try to use the context around it to figure out what it means. This means paying attention to the sentence or paragraph where the word appears. Often, the text will include definitions, examples, contrasts, or explanations nearby that can help you understand the word better. For example, if you read the sentence, "The arid desert had very little rainfall," you can use a clue about rainfall to realize that arid means dry. Using these context clues not only helps you decode unfamiliar words, but also improves your overall understanding of the text without constantly needing to stop and look up words in the dictionary. When we talk about synonyms and antonyms, we're really looking at two powerful tools for enriching our language. Synonyms are words that share similar meanings, allowing us to express ideas in different ways without losing the original sense. Antonyms, on the other hand, are words with opposite meanings, which help us clarify contrasts or highlight differences. Understanding the subtle differences between these words is crucial. It's not just about swapping one word for another, but about choosing the one that fits the context perfectly. This precision enhances both clarity and style, making our communication more effective. For example, think about the words happy, joyful, and content. They all relate to positive feelings, but each carries a slightly different nuance. Recognizing these distinctions lets you convey exactly what you mean, adding depth to your expression. By using synonyms and antonyms skillfully, we not only expand our vocabulary, but also add variety and precision to our language. This approach strengthens overall expression and helps us connect more meaningfully with our audience. Homophones are words that sound exactly the same, but have entirely different meanings and spellings. For example, think about there, and there. Although they sound alike, each one has a distinct use. It's really important to recognize homophones to avoid confusion when we're writing or speaking. The key to using them correctly lies in paying close attention to the context, They can completely change the meaning depending on how they're used. Also, knowing the spelling rules helps us choose the right word. When we use homophones properly, it keeps our communication clear and precise. So our message comes across exactly as we intend. When we talk about word families, we're referring to groups of words that share the same root. For example, the words act, action, active, and activity all come from the same root word. Understanding word families helps us see the connections between related words, which deepens our overall vocabulary knowledge. By recognizing these patterns, it becomes easier to remember new words and expand our vocabulary more efficiently. So, when you encounter one word in a family, you'll be better equipped to understand and use others related to it. This approach really helps in making language learning more intuitive and effective. Idioms and phrases are expressions where the meaning isn't just what the words say literally. Take the idiom break the ice, for example. It doesn't mean smashing frozen water. It means to start conversation or make people feel more comfortable in a social setting. Knowing these idioms is really important because they add richness and cultural depth to our language. When you're familiar with them, it not only makes your own speech more engaging, but also helps you better understand everyday conversations and written texts. This deeper understanding really unlocks the full potential of figurative language. Metaphors and similes are powerful tools in language that help paint vivid pictures in our minds and enhance our understanding of complex ideas. A metaphor works by directly equating one thing to another, like when we say time is a thief, suggesting that time can steal moments from our lives. On the other hand, a simile makes comparisons using the words like or as, such as describing someone as brave as a lion, which helps us grasp qualities by relating them to something familiar. Both of these devices make our communication richer and more engaging by turning abstract concepts into something tangible and relatable. When we use concept maps or mind maps, we're creating a visual way to organize and connect vocabulary and ideas. It starts with a central word, and from there, related terms branch out, showing how they're linked, whether that is synonyms, antonyms, or within certain categories. This method is powerful because it helps us remember words better, makes complex ideas easier to understand, and encourages a deeper grasp of the material by clearly revealing how different vocabulary items relate to one another. Seeing these relationships visually really helps to clarify the connections in our minds.